Hello guys, and welcome back to a new weapon guide. In today's video, we'll talk about the highest fire rate gun in Battlefield 6, the KV-9. Let's not waste any time and get right into information about this gun, raw power stuff, tests, playstyles, and of course builds. So sit back, relax, and let's dive in. Let's start with raw power stats. The KV-9 has 25 flat damage and an amazing 1080 bullets per minute rate of fire, which is the best among all weapons in the game. To balance it out, we play with max size and the slowest muzzle velocity of all automatic weapons in the game. The standard mag has only 17 bullets. Yeah, it's not much at all, and this is definitely the thing we want to upgrade. As for muzzle velocity, yes, it's slow, but in reality you won't feel it in CQB, only at mid-ranges with moving targets. Other than that, it has a common for SMG's 167 ADS transfer speed, a standard headshot multiplier of 1.34 and a 2.4 second reload time. This gun has a monstrous rate of fire and a surprisingly good damage profile for it. Let's move on to that. The KV-9 has 5 damage zones with damage fall-off points at 9.5, 21, 36 and 75 meters. To the body we deal 25, 20, 16.7, 14.3 and 12.5 damage at the respective ranges. It has standard headshot and hollow point ammo multipliers of 1.54 and 1.5, without access to synthetic ammo, and I definitely agree with this monster doesn't need it. Such a damage profile means we need 4 to 8 shots to the body to kill our target. Per headshot it casts the needed shot to kill by 1 for zones 1 to 4, and by 2 shots past that. Hollow point ammo improves STK in the 3rd and 4th zone compared to normal headshot. But the thing is, we definitely want other attachments such as bigger mag, and we don't want to make our accuracy worse and miss our precious bullets while trying to shoot for the head. This gun 100% prefers body damage due to the much larger hitbox. Talking about time to kill parameters for multiplayer, it takes only 170 milliseconds in the first zone, which is one of the best results compared to all weapons in Battlefield 6. It mows your enemies down with ease. If you compare the TTK of the KV-9 to other weapons in the SMG class, it takes 2nd place. It is definitely one of the weapons you don't want to meet in CQB. And you know what? This weapon can be used at mid-range if you get used to it. Yeah, it's not that effective with a small mag, but it can be used. Now we are moving on to the Bloom and Recoil section. In case you don't know the specifics and how exactly attachments work in Battlefield 6, I've got an ultimate attachment guide for you. The link is in the top right corner and in the description down below. Here's the result of the test for the Bloom area. As always, tests are done while shooting in ADS, based on 1360 shots or 80 standard mags at a 20 meters range. The green area is where the most bullets land, and the red area is where bullets can land, but it's more of an exception. Here are examples of single mag patterns. The KV-9's recoil is a bit bigger than the SGX, for example, but it's still very easy to control without any attachments for recoil reduction. And you really don't need to pick anything to improve that if you use this gun for CQB. The main direction of recoil is 22 degrees to the left. And again, this gun doesn't really need anything for recoil control to shred, it's very accurate. In case you want to get better mid-range control, you should take something like a long suppressor, but it's a very niche use for it. Now it is for hipfire area at a 10 meter range. One thing to mention, we have access to every single needed hipfire attachment but the short barrel. But anyway, we can make hipfire and run and gun builds with ease. And we can shrink that area to this size when using hipfire accuracy attachments. Playstyle. The KV-9 is a close quarters aggressor, with an ability to fight at the start of mid-range. I do not recommend wasting time on any target past 36 meters due to bad muzzle velocity. At longer ranges you'll have insane difficulty tracking moving targets. If the target is static, you'll have a chance, although I don't recommend wasting time on it. This gun was made to dominate CQB, and this is exactly how we want to play with it. Patient positioning. Push, get cover, kill, secure position, repeat. I believe it's the best way for the KV-9. And if you talk about more patient gameplay, of course you can do that. But there are many weapons that will do a much better job with such a playstyle. Talking about recoil, it's very manageable to control. The KV-9 is a CQB monster, and you don't have a need to use any recoil reduction attachments. The only scenario where you can use something like a long suppressor or grips without downgrades is if you want to build this gun for more stable mid-range fights. But again, it was not created with such effort in the first place. Leveling with this gun can be a bit of pain, as with such high rate of fire you shoot those 17 bullets too fast. You'll definitely need to get used to that, as it's really hard to kill many targets with that mag. To be real, the KV-9 does not have any issues besides magazine size, but when you get access to the 23 bullet mag, it becomes enough to dominate and you'll easily level it up. Let's move on to the build section. This one will be a bit different than my other guides. I've got you two main builds I found working for myself, which are CQB with 3 build variations and a mid-range fighter build. The first build is Nail Gunner. This build favors close quarter battles and an aggressive playstyle. For the sight, take what you want. Next we need a flash hider, a 27 round mag and a 20-point green laser. This is the main version I'm using myself. If you want to use a suppressor, switch the laser for a CQB suppressor, but you'll lose some hipfire accuracy. And if you want to use both a CQB suppressor and the laser, you should switch the 10C7 round mag for a 23 round one. That way you'll get the benefits of suppressor and laser at the cost of 4 bullets in your mag. With this build, this small monster becomes even more dangerous. It improves hipfire capabilities and your pushing potential. I do not recommend using this gun at anything past 36 meters, and ideally use it within the 0 to 21 meters range in the first 2 damage zones. We still have the problem of low muzzle velocity, and that will make hitting our target at longer ranges a real pain. And if you want to use a hand stop to make it run and gun, take it instead of the 20-point laser. But to be real, I don't recommend doing that, as accuracy while running is actually not that good, and taking into account the fact we don't have many bullets in the mag, it's kind of bad idea. As for the playstyle, it loves aggressive and pushing gameplay. You'll definitely have some fun and great moments while using the KV-9 with this build. The second build is Why Even Try That? This build is oriented to improve mid-range potential of the KV-9. For the sight section, take what you want. Next we take a long suppressor, a 23 bullet mag, an alloy vertical grip and an extended barrel. And in case you can control that recoil and you want to improve accuracy while moving, you can switch vertical grip for a blue laser and a long suppressor for standard one with light barrel. Ideal range for this build is again up to 36 meters, but the optimal range for this build is 10 to 75 meters. It can be used up to those ranges, but you need to be very precise and get used to the muzzle velocity. With this build, the KV-9 becomes easier to control. But do not forget you'll lack a bit of a close quarters power, as we will not have any fire accuracy. As for the playstyle, it favors a bit more patient one. Push right after your team, switch positions and take fights from cover. You'll be good. One thing to mention, the KV-9 has a very good bloom cone right from the start, so you can easily spray down your targets and you won't need to burst fire. Strange, but a solid build for this type of gun. This weapon mows your targets down and is a great companion for close quarter situations. It gives a unique feeling while using it. I'd say it's my personal number 1 SMG. I really like its rate of fire. And that's pretty much all I can say about the KV-9. And of course, I'd like to know what you guys think about this gun in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, press that like and subscribe buttons for future content. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.